Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field as we get set for Game 2 of our doubleheader, Armstrong Atlantic State and Southern Indiana. Armstrong Atlantic will send Jordan Rawlick to the mound, and he'll be opposed by Southern Indiana's right-hander Dan Marchese. Jordan Rawlick making his second start as a Pirate. His first start, he went 2 2/3 innings, gave up 1 hit and no runs, though he walked 7 and struck out 2 against Salem International. He was not involved in that decision. And he will face Wandy Rosario, Brad Vance, and Tyler Choate. Leading things off for Southern Indiana, Caleb Emke will bat cleanup. Justin Blinn will bat 5th. Adam Enright will bat 6th. Kyle Rowley will be behind the plate. He will bat 7th. Craig Hines will serve as the DH for the Screaming Eagles and bat 8th. And Ben Griggs will be at 3rd base, and he will bat 9th. Defensively for the Pirates behind Rawlick, John Roberts behind the plate. Justin Wilson at 3rd. Jake Sutton at short. Cameron Scott at 2nd. Austin Thomas will be at 1st. In the outfield from left to right, it's Josh Wilson, Michael Price, and Alex Weish.
Leading off Game 2 for the Screaming Eagles, number 3, Wandy Rosario. Now pitching for the Pirates, number 46, Jordan Rawlick.
Wandy Rosario leads things off. He was 1 for 4 in our first game, but the one hit was a home run that led off the ball game for Southern Indiana. Jordan Rawlick starts him off with a strike, and it's 0-1. Rawlick, a junior from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, played junior college ball at Monterey Peninsula Junior College last year. Pitched for Team Canada over the summer. As the 1-1 pitch to Rosario is low for a ball, and it's 2-1. Fastball, that's a little outside for a ball. And Rawlick has fallen behind 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch is high, so Rosario, or actually, I'm sorry, it was called a strike. So the count is now 3-2. I think everyone thought that was ball 4. This is definitely ball 4 as it hits in front of the plate and bounces in for ball 4. So Rosario draws the walk, and Brad Vance
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 28, Brad Vance.
at the plate. Vance 1 for 5 with an RBI single in game number 1. Throw over to first. Rosario back to the bag. Rosario had a steal in the first game today. He is 2 for 3 on the base pass this weekend. The first pitch to Vance is a strike, and it's 0-1. Swinging a fly ball into deep center field. Michael Price, though, settles underneath it, and he makes the grab for out number 1. Francis Marion knocked off Barry 5-3
Eagles, number 9, Tyler Choate.
in Greenwood, South Carolina. Montevallo did defeat Northwest Missouri State by a 15-5 score. No final yet reported between USC Aiken and Lynn. Tyler Choate looks at a first pitch strike from Rawlik, and it's 0-1. Choate was 1 for 4 officially in game number 1. The 0-1 pitch is high, and it's 1-1. Just underway, game number 2 between the Pirates and the Screaming Eagles. Southern Indiana won game number 1, 7-3. The 1-1 pitch stays high to Choate, the game 1 starter in this series. Served as the DH in our first game and is playing first base here in game number 3. Runner goes on the 2-1 pitch. It's a hit and run, and it's a fly ball to deep left field. This one is carrying, and this one is up against the fence. Rosario will score without a throw, and Choate pulls up into second base with an RBI single, and for the 3rd straight game in this series, Southern Indiana pushes across a run in the first inning. So this whole weekend, the Pirates have never led against the Screaming Eagles. And that trend continues with Southern Indiana pushing across the first run of the ball game here in game number 3. Caleb Emke at the plate now. Emke with a 1 for 4 game in game number 1. That included a double. And the 1-0 pitch from Rawlik is high, and it's 2-0. 1 out, runner on second, 1 run in here in the top of the first. The 2-0 pitch hits Emke. So Emke trots down to first base. And that will bring up Justin Blinn, the center fielder.
Justin Blinn.
Blinn was 2 for 3 in our first game with a double and an RBI. First pitch to him is upstairs for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Rawlik, that is letter high for a strike. And it's 1-1. One delivery from Rawlik is high for a ball. And Blinn is now ahead in the count, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is letter high for a strike. And it's 2-2. So Jordan Rawlik's 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. The ball gets away from Roberts, but with runners on first and second, it will be a strikeout for Rawlik against Blinn. And with 2 down, it brings up the left fielder, Adam Enright. Enright in left field here in game number 3 after being or serving as the first baseman in game number 2. Did not have a hit in our first game today. Did reach twice, once on an error and once on a walk, as he takes a ball for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch swung on and fouled back out of play for a strike. And it's 1-1. 1-1 pitch is high for a ball, making it 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch stays high, so it's now 3-1 to Enright. The 3-1 pitch is right over the plate for a strike. So the count runs full on Enright. The runners Choate and Emke will take off with the pitch. The payoff pitch to Enright is swung on and grounded to short. Sutton up with it, throws on to first, and that retires the side. Oh no, the first baseman Thomas drops the throw from Sutton, so an error keeps the inning alive. And so the bases are now loaded for Kyle Rowley, the catcher.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 21, Kyle Rowley.
First pitch from Rawlick to Rowley is low and inside for ball 1, and head coach Joe Roberts will head out to the mound to talk things over with Rawlick, who by all rights should be out of the inning, but the bases are loaded. With 2 out, we'll step away and come back. You're listening to Armstrong Atlantic State Pirate Baseball. Meeting on the mound is done. Rawlick delivers the 1-0 pitch to Rowley. That's fouled back out of play for a strike. Bases full of Screaming Eagles were in the top of the first. And the Pirates looked like they would be out of the inning with only one run scoring, but Austin Thomas muffed the throw from shortstop Jake Sutton. That allowed Enright to reach. Swinging a line drive into right center field. That's going to get all the way to the warning track and clear the bases. And just like that, a bases clearing double by Rowley makes it a 4-0 Southern Indiana lead.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 25, Craig Hines.
So that brings up the designated hitter for Southern Indiana, Craig Hines, a 6'3" junior from Vincennes, Indiana. his first action of the day. Hines looks at a pitch low for ball one. And the 1-0 pitch is a strike. So 4 runs in for the Screaming Eagles. 3 unearned following the error by Thomas. And the 1-1 pitch is a curveball called a strike. And it's 1-2. The 1-2 delivery from Jordan Rawlick. Low in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-2. Two-two pitch grounded to short. Sutton to first. And Austin Thomas makes the catch, and that retires the side. But Screaming Eagles put up 4 in the top of the first. We add to the bottom of the first inning. Pirates coming about. Michael Price, Josh Wilson, Alex Weiss to face Dan Marchese for Southern Indiana, who has the luxury of starting off the bottom of the first inning with a 4-0 lead. Marchese starts off Michael Price with a strike. And then Price singles up the middle for a base hit, and the Pirates have the leadoff runner on. Marchese, a junior from Jupiter, Florida, a Florida Atlantic University transfer.
Pirates, number 5, Josh Wilson.
And now Josh Wilson steps to the plate. Wilson had a pair of hits. He was 2 for 5 in our first game today. And Marchese's first pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. Price leads away from first. Goes on the pitch, and it's outside. Throw down to second, not in time. Price had a pretty good jump. And Michael Price picks up the stolen base. Price had 1 steal in our first game, and he now has 9 on the season. Alex Weish, who's on deck. He has 10 this season. He stole a base in game number 1. Pirates as a team last year stole about 38 bases for the entire season, but already head coach Joe Roberts letting Price and Weish run freely as they've combined for 19 through the first 5+ games of the season. 1-1 count to Wilson. Marchese works from the stretch, and the pitch is out on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Wilson takes a pitch low, and it gets past the catcher, Rowley, so moving to third. So Price is now 90 feet away on the pass ball by Rowley. And the count is now 2-2 on Wilson. 2-2 pitch lifted into center field. Now the right fielder, Emke, calls off the center fielder, Blinn, but it is deep enough to score Michael Price, and the sacrifice fly will bring home the first run of the game for the Pirates.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 3, Alex Weish.
So first run of the inning follows the first out of the inning. The sacrifice fly brings home Price, and Alex Weish steps to the plate. The score is now 4-1 Southern Indiana. And the first pitch from Marchese is right over the plate for strike 1. Weish was 3 for 4 in game number 1. Reached base 4 times. He also drew a walk and drove in a run. The 0-1 pitch is high for a ball, and it's 1-1. Swinging a foul ball down the right side, that will fall for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1-2, excuse me. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Marchese to the plate. Again, inside out swing by Weish to foul it off and stay alive. One-two pitch called strike 3, and Weish is out on strikes for the second out of the inning. And that brings up Drew Walker.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 31, Drew Walker.
The designated hitter, 2 for 5 in game 1 with an RBI. First pitch is letter high for a strike, and it's 0-1. Swing and a ground ball to second. Up with it is Vance. He throws on to first, and that retires the side. The Pirates get 1 back on the sac fly by Josh Wilson. We're through 1 here at Pirate Field. 4-1 Southern Indiana. Top of the second inning here at Pirate Field. Ben Griggs leads things off for Southern Indiana. The third baseman looks at ball one from Jordan Rawlick. Griggs not playing game number one. Gets the start here at third base in game number two. He is a junior from Evansville, Indiana. Griggs appeared in 22 games last year for Southern Indiana, had 5 hits and 35 at-bats, a 143 average. No homers, 4 runs driven in.
Every other speed skater.
There's this funny note, like outside in the slam dunk contest with Nate Robinson.
The 2-1 pitch in the dirt, and it's now 3-1. Griggs appeared as a defensive substitution yesterday in the Screaming Eagles 8-5 win over the Pirates. And here he draws a walk from Rawlick. And the second inning begins just as the first did for Southern Indiana, with the leadoff runner on with a walk. Wandy Rosario now at the plate.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 3, Wandy Rosario.
Rosario drew a walk and scored in the first inning. Rawlick's first pitch here to Rosario is a strike, and it's 0-1. Four runs on 2 hits for Southern Indiana. 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Pirates. That error, and costly one, as it directly led to 3 runs scoring, else we would be tied at 1 here in the second. And the 0-2 pitch upcoming from Rawlick to Rosario. Lifted into right field off the bat of Rosario. Alex Weish leisurely strides to his right and makes the catch for out number 1. Now we'll bring up the second baseman, Brad Vance.
For the Screaming Eagles, number 28, Brad Vance.
Vance flew out to center field his first time up. One for 6 on the day, but 4 for 11 in the series, as he had 3 hits yesterday. Throw over to first, gets past the first baseman, Thomas. And the failed pickoff throw by Rawlick will move Griggs to second, and Thomas a little shaken up as he went tumbling over Griggs in an attempt to get to the ball.
So how do you put that? What? Oh, sorry. Failed pickup.
The off-speed pitch is a strike to Vance.
Put plus E
And the count is
1 FPO.
0-1, and now Coach Roberts is going to head out to check on Thomas, who is still shaken up from the play. Assistant athletic trainer Amy Simmons also out to look at Thomas, so we'll step away and come back. You're watching Armstrong Atlantic State Pirate Baseball. Thomas stays in after being attended to by Coach Roberts, and The athletic training staff, and Rawlick's pitch to advance is lifted into center field. Price started back, now comes in, makes the grab for out number 2.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 9, Tyler Choate.
Savance flies out to center for the second time, and Tyler Choate will step to the plate. Choate drove in a run with a double in the first inning. With Ben Griggs on at second. Rawlick steps off the rubber, looks back, the runner at second base. Now the first pitch to Choate is a strike on the inside part of the plate. And it's 0-1.
Well, I'm turning this heat off over here. How about that?
The 0-1 pitch, high and outside for a ball, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, I keep having to move my cell phone.
Breaking ball drops in for a strike, and it's 1-2 to Choate.
My cell phone keeps roasting.
Rawlick's 1-2 delivery, and that's hits the third base coach for Southern Indiana. But he shakes it off, and he's right back into the box. Not sure if that's Chris Marks or Jeremy Kester, but
Look at them weights. That one's really skinny and that one's not so skinny. I don't have weights.
so the 1-2 pitch again from Rawlick to Choate. In the dirt, blocked by Roberts, so Griggs cannot advance.
At least he's in the box.
And the count is 2-2.
40 feet down the line.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Choate, 2 outs in the inning, and a runner on second for the Screaming Eagles. Rawlick from the stretch, and the pitch is low, and the count runs full.
They gave us 3 extra balls.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch, high, and ball 4 issued to Choate. Rawlick has now walked 3 in the game, including 2 in this inning. He has also hit a batter, and it brings up Caleb Emke,
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 24,
the right fielder.
Emke.
Emke was hit by a Rawlick pitch in the first.
Yeah, it's getting toasty.
His first pitch to Emke is low and outside for ball 1.
Yeah, my arms are going to get it today.
1-0 pitch, high for a ball, and Rawlick falls behind 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch nowhere close. Rawlick falls behind 3-0. The 3-0 pitch is right over the plate for a strike. And it's 3-1. 3-1 pitch fouled, back out of play. And the count runs full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner's on go, and it's called strike 3. Rawlett comes back and strikes out Emke to end the second. 2 walks don't hurt the Pirates. We head to the bottom of the second. It's 4-1 Southern Indiana. John Roberts looks at a first pitch strike from Dan Marchese leading off the second for the Pirates. Next pitch is outside for a ball. Marchese, the Jupiter, Florida native, saw limited action in 2 seasons for Florida Atlantic University. But as a high school standout at Jupiter High School, threw a perfect game as a junior, striking out 14 against Palm Beach Lakes. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Rowley. Roberts strikes out against Marchese for the first out of the second. Second strikeout for Marchese. And with 1 down, it brings up Austin Thomas, the first baseman, getting his first action of the day. Thomas yesterday was 0 for 4 against Southern Indiana. And on the season, Thomas 2 for 11 with 3 runs driven in. The 1-0 pitch from Marchese at the knees for a strike, and it's 1-1. Another pitch, another strike, and Marchese is ahead of Thomas here, 1-2. One-two pitch, that's a little outside for a ball. It looks like Marchese drops down a little sidearm when he delivers to the plate. The 1-2 pitch, grounded to third. That's a fair ball. Throw by Griggs to first, and Thomas still limping as he makes his way down to first base. So apparently he still has not shaken off the effects of the collision at first in the top half of the inning, but there's 2 down now.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 7, Jake Sutton.
For the shortstop, Jake Sutton.
Why is it saying there's an error?
Sutton, first pitch is a strike from Marchese. And the 0-1 delivery is fouled back to the screen for a strike, making 0-2. 0-2 pitch upcoming from Marchese to Sutton. Swing and a foul, tip back to the screen. If you go to put in the batter and you hit enter before and it doesn't register the number you put in, so it will flash the error instead of putting nothing up in the batter box, and that's what happened. So either you didn't hit it hard enough on the number for 7. 0-2 pitch again, fouled off by Sutton. Sutton was 2 for 4 in our first game. A pair of singles and a pair of strikeouts for the freshman from Florida. 0-2 pitch popped up in the infield. Second baseman Vance will make the grab, and 3 up, 3 down go the Pirates in the second. We head to the top of the third. It's 4-1 Southern Indiana. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field, and head coach Joe Roberts has been forced to replace Austin Thomas at first. Still suffering the lingering effects of that collision at first on the field pickoff throw, so Chris Zitrauer will come in for Thomas. Thomas's weekend is done. Hopefully further examination will reveal that he'll be okay, but as it is, Zitrauer is in at first, and Jordan Rawlick delivers a first pitch strike to center fielder Justin Blinn to start off the third inning. And a breaking ball breaks in the dirt for a ball. Blinn was a strikeout victim of Rawlick in the first inning. The 1-1 pitch, that's upstairs for a ball, and it's 2-1. 2-1 pitch swung on and missed by Blinn, and it's 2-2. And now the 2-2 delivery. Called strike 3, and Rawlick strikes out Blinn to start the third. 3 strikeouts for Rawlick. He has walked 3
Up to
and
bat
hit
for
a
the
batter.
Screaming Eagles, number 17, Adam Enright.
He has given up just 2 hits, but 4 runs, 3 of which are unearned. And now Adam Enright looks at a first pitch ball from Rawlik. Enright reached on the error by Thomas that kept the first inning alive, which was then followed by the bases clearing double by Kyle Rowley. Three straight balls by Rawlik. The 3-0 pitch is a strike, and it's 3-1. The 3-1 delivery swung on and grounded to short. Sutton up with it, throws on to first, and there's 2 away. And that will bring up Rowley, the catcher.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 21, Kyle Rowley.
Rowley now 1 for 2 in the weekend series. He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's game and struck out against Jesse Osborne. He looks at a first pitch ball here from Rawlik, and it's 1-0. The 1-0 delivery, high for a ball, making it 2-0. Pitch, that's a strike, and it's 2-1. Again, fans, the Pirates will be next in action on Friday as they host Shepherd for a 3-game series. Ball foul tipped into the glove of Roberts, and it's 2-2. Shepherd, the second team from the West Virginia Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, the Pirates will face this year. As that breaking ball is inside for a ball, and it's 3-2. Pirates will also face West Liberty State and Concord from the same league in the Savannah Invitational. Called strike 3. Rowley out on strikes. Rawlik works a 1-2-3 third. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's 4-1 Southern Indiana. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. We move to the the bottom of the third inning. Armstrong trailing Southern Indiana 4-1. Cameron Scott facing Dan Marchese. A ball and a strike from Marchese to the freshman second baseman. Scott 0 for 4 in game number 1. He did draw a walk, swings and misses at the 1-1 pitch, and it's now 1-2 on Scott. Freshman from Griffin, Georgia, played high school ball at Spalding. Swings and hits one off the mound. That's going to get through the middle of the infield for a base hit, and Scott has his first hit of the doubleheader. And the Pirates have the leadoff runner on for the second time today, or second time in this game. And it brings up Justin Wilson.
Number 18, Justin Wilson.
Wilson 1 for 3 with a single in game number 1. Picking up his first collegiate hit as a Pirate. First pitch to Wilson is on the outside corner for strike 1. And head coach Joe Roberts talking things over. Wonder if Wilson missed a sign there. Scott leads away from second, and a throw to second, or excuse me, to first. Scott back safely. Now Wilson shortens to bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes it low for ball 1. Not saying that Coach Roberts is predictable, but just had a feeling that Wilson missed the bunt sign there. So now with a 1-1 count, throw to first by Marchese. Chases Scott back to the bag again. Again, Wilson shortens to bunt. That pitch is outside, and it's now a 2-1 count on the freshman third baseman. The 2-1 delivery. Bunted foul down the first base line, and it's now 2-2.
He held up 1-1, knowing that it was 2 balls. Joe?
Another throw to first, and Scott back safely. Marchese's pitch to the plate fouled off by Wilson, and the count remains 2-2. 1 on, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the third. Pirates trailing at 4-1. Pirates have played the entire weekend from behind against Southern Indiana. Yesterday, the Screaming Eagles built an 8-1 lead in the first 3 innings and won 8-5. As there's a pitch in the dirt, throw down to first. And Scott is back safely. In game number 1, Southern Indiana led 1-0 after the leadoff home run by Rosario. Led 4-1 and then 7-1, ended up being a 7-3 win. As that pitch is high and Wilson draws the walk.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 1, Michael Price.
And we'll head back to the top of the order for Michael Price, who singled and scored in the first inning. Price stands in 2 for 6 in the doubleheader today. The reigning Peach Belt Conference's Player of the Week. He was the first player to earn Peach Belt Player of the Week honors for baseball since Joey Davis in the last week of the 2008 season. First pitch to Price is a strike. A trivia question featured in the Inkwell this week. The 0-1 pitch from Marchese to Price. Bunted down the third base line. Tough play. Double clutch on the throw because the second baseman, Vance, was late covering the bag. Griggs had to hold up on throwing the ball, and that will be an infield hit for Price, and the bases are now loaded for Josh Wilson.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 5, Josh Wilson.
And that brings up Josh Wilson. Wilson delivered a sacrifice fly in the first inning that drove home the Pirates' only run of the game so far. And he's in a great position here with the bases full of Pirates and nobody out. First pitch to him from Marchese is a strike, and it's 0-1. Cameron Scott on at third, Justin Wilson on at second, and Michael Price on at first. Off-speed pitch down and away for a ball makes it 1-1. One pitch, that's inside for a ball. It's now 2-1. Wilson starting his chase of Jason Morales, the former UNC Pembroke standout, the career leader in hits in the Peach Belt Conference. Wilson has 2 hits today. On the season, he has 8, which would put him 39 away from passing Morales. Pickoff throw to third, but Scott is back safely. The 2-1 pitch upcoming. And instead, Marchese steps off the rubber. Wilson, in his 4th year as a Pirate, ranks among the top 10s in several categories already, including at-bats, hits, doubles, triples, as well as slugging percentage. The wind is shifted, is now blowing out straight to center. The 2-2 pitch is called strike 3, and Wilson can't believe the call, but he heads back to the dugout. And that's the first out of the inning, and a big out for Marchese. That is Marchese's 3rd strikeout of the game. And it brings up Alex Weish. Weish was a strikeout victim of Marchese in the first inning. And Weish calls time before Marchese can deliver the first pitch. 4-1 our score in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Southern Indiana won Game number 1 7-3. Drive down the right side, but that's foul. Off the bat of Weish for strike 1. Pirates out-hit the Screaming Eagles in Game number 1. But the Screaming Eagles able to come up with several extra base hits to make up for the deficiency in singles. The Pirates with 3 hits here compared to 2 for Southern Indiana, but again, all 3 hits for the Pirates in this game at singles. Pirates have not had an extra base hit today. Swinging a drive up the middle. That is a base hit. That is going to plate 2. Throw to third is off the mark, and the Pirates have cut it to 1. It is now 4-3 on the 2 RBI single by Alex Weish.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 31, Drew Walker.
And that'll bring up Drew Walker with the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at first. Walker grounded out to second his first time up. Marchese checks Weish at first, now throws to third, throws to second. Weish is picked off, and then throwing home, and safe at home is Michael Price, and the Pirates steal a run here after the pickoff attempt, I should say, by Marchese. And the Pirates have tied it up now, 4-4. So credit Price with a steal of home. And now Walker bats with Weish still at first. But in a tie ball game, throw over to first, Weish back safely. Runner goes on the pitch. Throw down to second, bounces in time to get Weish. A one-hop throw by Rowley in time, and Weish is out trying to steal for the first time this season. He is now 10 of 11 on the base pass.
Not a ball. Yeah, 1 pitch.
So the 0-1 pitch upcoming to Walker. There's now 2 out and nobody on. But we are all tied at 4. And Walker takes a pitch upstairs for ball 1.
He was distracted.
One pitch popped up, foul territory, but that will get out of play. And it's now 1-2. One-two pitch again, fouled off by Walker.
It's amazing how many baseballs they go through that they don't go through in softball.
1-2 pitch, and that is lined into deep center field, but settling underneath it is Blinn. He'll make the grab, and that retires the side. The Pirates played 3. We head to the top of the 4th inning, all tied at 4. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field, top of the fourth inning. Armstrong Atlantic and Southern Indiana all knotted up at 4 apiece. And it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the order to face Jordan Rawlick here in the fourth. Craig Hines, the designated hitter, steps to the plate.
Eagles, number 25, Craig Hines.
Hines grounded out to short to end the first. And Rawlick's first pitch to him is low for ball one. The Armstrong Atlantic State women's tennis team knocked off Montevallo this morning 9-0, giving up just 2 games to the Falcons, as the Lady Pirates improved to 3-0 on the year. They'll be back in action this weekend, hosting a pair of conference matches as Augusta State and USC Aiken are in town. That would be 65 straight conference wins for the Lady Pirates regular season, dating back to 2003. The 3-1 pitch upcoming from Rawlick. Swung on and lined into left field. That is a base hit. Wilson cuts it off quickly, so it will be a leadoff single for Hines. And that will bring up Ben Griggs, the third baseman. And head coach Joe Roberts out to have another conversation with Jordan Rawlick. And in fact, he has already made the move. We're going to have a new pitcher into the ballgame, so we'll tell you when we come back. You're listening and watching Armstrong Atlantic State Pirate Baseball. The new pitcher for Armstrong Atlantic is senior right-hander Brian Roby.
Now pitching for the Pirates, number 9, Brian Roby.
Roby making his second appearance of the season. He threw 4 innings against Salem International on a week ago yesterday. 2 hits given up. He walked 1, struck out 9 to pick up the save in the Pirates' 10-5 win over the Tigers. A bunt by Griggs to the first baseman Zitrauer. He'll underhand it to Sutton covering. It doesn't matter either way. The base runner went out of the baseline, but the sacrifice is successful, and Hines moves over to second. And it brings up the shortstop, Wandy Rosario.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 3, Wandy Rosario.
Rosario has walked and scored. He has also flied out to right. First pitch is a strike from Roby, and it's 0-1. Again, top of the fourth inning. All knotted up at 4 apiece. Brian Roby in relief of Jordan Rawlick. Rawlick gave up 3 hits, 4 runs, only 1 earned. Walked 3, struck out 4 in 3+ innings. The runner on second is his responsibility. And Brian Roby trying to keep that runner on base and get the Pirates to the bottom of the 4th with it still tied. Fastball from Roby in the dirt for a ball, and it makes it 1-1. Roby bluffs a throw to second, chasing Hines back to the bag. A gorgeous day in Savannah. Not a cloud in the sky. Temperatures a little warmer than yesterday, as the temperature after the snowfall on Friday barely got out of the 30s yesterday. Swinging a foul back to the screen off the bat of Rosario makes the count 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Roby. Runner goes. It's a breaking ball, and it hits Rosario. And now they're going to say a dead ball, and they're going to say that Rosario did not make an attempt to get out of the way of the ball. So not only does he not get first base, but the runner, Hines, will have to go back to second. So it's a ball, and the count is full on Rosario. He turned, but apparently did not turn enough. It looked like he almost turned into the pitch. And the full count pitch here is grounded to second. Sutton to first. And Rosario is out 4-3. Hines moves over to third. But there's now 2 down in the inning for Vance.
Eagles, number 28, Brad Vance.
Brad Vance has flied out to center field twice in this game. Breaking ball from Roby is right over the plate for a strike, and it's 0-1. Next pitch low from Roby. And it's 1-1. Roby, the senior from Wilsonville, Oregon, delivers a strike, and it's 1-2. He played third a lot of the year for the Pirates and pitched a little bit, but concentrating more on his pitching this season. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, blocked by Roberts, and it's 2-2. Two breaking ball called strike 3, and that ends the inning. So Roby comes in and gets the job done. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning, all tied at 4. John Roberts leads off the bottom of the fourth inning for the Pirates. Looks at a strike and then fouls off the pitch from Marchese, and it's 0-2. Roberts, a strikeout victim of Marchese in the second inning. Swings and lifts one foul down the right side. That's going to fall foul for strike, or for a foul ball, and it remains 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, down and away for a ball, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Roberts is out on strikes for the second time. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Chris Zitrauer.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 23, Chris Zitrauer.
Zitrauer 1 for 4 in the first game of the doubleheader. This is his first at bat in this game. First pitch to Zitrauer is a strike, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch is a strike again, and it's 0-2. 0-2 pitch swung on and foul tipped, and that hits Rowley in the leg. And Rowley waves off the dugout. He's okay, but it's been a rough game so far. We've already had one player out with an injury. But Rowley shakes it off, and home plate umpire dusts off the plate to give him a little more time to recover. And now Zitrauer back into the batter's box. The 0-2 pitch from Marchese is swung on and missed, strike 3. So Marchese strikes out. Roberts and Zitrauer are back-to-back, and it brings up the shortstop, Jake Sutton.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 7, Jake Sutton.
Sutton popped out to second base his first time up. And he looks at a strike on the inside part of the plate. It's 0-1. Sutton was 2 for 4 in game 1 of our doubleheader. 0-1 pitch, foul tipped. He checked his swing, but it came in and hit the bat. And it's now 0-2. And the count is 0-2 on Sutton. Swing and a foul ball down the third base side.
There's one that says you are cool. Do they look good? They do actually look good.
Go ahead, Chad. Have one. I dare you.
The 0-2 pitch upstairs, as we have been delivered some Valentine's Day cookies up into the press box, made by Lynn Roberts, the wife of head coach Joe Roberts. 0-2 or 1-2 pitch called, strike 3. So Marchese strikes out the side, and we are through 4 here at Pirate Field, all tied up at 4 apiece. We move to the top of the 5th inning. Armstrong Atlantic and Southern Indiana all tied at 4. Tyler Choate leads things off against Brian Roby. Roby delivers a pitch for a ball, and then the next pitch is high and tight, so it's 2-0 on Roby. And that curveball is a strike, making it 2-1. 4 runs on 3 hits for Southern Indiana as another curveball drops in for a strike. 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors for Armstrong Atlantic. The 2-2 pitch from Roby. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. So Roby strikes out Choate, and it brings up Caleb Emke, the right fielder, who has struck out and also been hit by a pitch in this game. Fastball from Roby on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and Roby is now out in front 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is high, and it's 1-2. One-two breaking ball chopped to first. In the air, Zitrower makes the grab for out number 2. When I said chopped, I meant popped, right?
Works for me.
So
Off
out
the bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 35, Justin Blinn.
is Emke, and it brings up Justin Blinn, the center fielder. Blinn fouls off the first pitch from Roby, and it's 0-1. Blinn struck out twice against Jordan Rawlick, once swinging, once looking. Another breaking ball, another strike, and Roby is quickly ahead 0-2.
I was about to say, tell him, no parking. I gotta keep moving, no parking. Drop ball silent.
No balls, 2 strikes on Justin Blinn, the center fielder. Here in the top of the 5th inning in a tie ball game. 0-2 pitch, high for a ball, and it's 1-2.
It's Amy and
And
Edgeworth.
the 1-2 fastball stays high from Roby, making it 2-2. The Armstrong Atlantic State women's golf team will be in action tomorrow and Tuesday over in Hilton Head, as that pitch is grounded foul down the third base side. The Newberry Invitational at Moss Creek Golf Club. Newberry ranked 7th in Division II. Pirates played at Kiowa Island a week and a half ago and performed very well in the strong field. There were 6 top 10 teams in that field, and the Pirates beat 2 of them. 3-2 pitch, grounded to third. Wilson up with it, throws high to first, and it pulls Zitrower off the bag. It was a hot shot, and Wilson couldn't handle it. And the throw to first pulled him off the bag. Pulled Zitrower off the bag, I should say, and it keeps the inning alive for the Screaming Eagles.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 17, Adam Enright.
That brings up Adam Enright, 0 for 2 in this game. He reached in on an error in the first inning. Thing grounded out in the third. He looks at a strike here from Roby, and it's 0-1. Fastball high and tight from Roby makes the count 1-1. 3 errors in the game for the Pirates, including the costly one in the first that led to 3 runs. Runner bluffs. The pitch from Roby is a strike, and it's now 1-2. One-two breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3, and that retires the side. Roby strikes out 2 in the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 4-4 our score. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Armstrong Atlantic and number 29 ranked Southern Indiana all tied at 4. And for the Pirates, it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the order, as Cameron Scott, Justin Wilson, and Michael Price scheduled to face Dan Marchese. It was those 3 who sparked the 3-run 3rd inning, as Scott, Wilson, and Price all had back-to-back singles, and all 3 players came around to score. But Marchese starts him off with a strike, and it's 0-1. 0-1 fastball, big swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 to Marchese, or excuse me, to Scott. 0-2 pitch called, strike 3, and Marchese has hit a groove now. He's struck out 4 straight. And it brings up Justin Wilson.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 18, Justin Wilson.
Justin Wilson
The 3 of us looked
steps
at it.
in,
Then just you and me yesterday.
and he swings and misses at the first pitch from Marchese for strike 1.
Especially when that ball happened. They were like, I don't know what to do.
Well, I knew, like,
Another fastball. This one popped up, foul territory.
if I were keeping the book, I'd
The
have
catcher
been-
Rowley gives chase, and it hits out of play for strike 2.
But baseball's slow enough. Just text Chad. I'll go back and fix it. And I did.
No balls, 2 strikes. Marchese into the wind, and the pitch is grounded, or excuse me, hit into left field. That's a base hit. Wilson around first. He will head to second, and an 0-2 double is the first extra base hit of the ball game for the Pirates today. And it puts the go-ahead run in scoring position with one out for Michael Price.
Up the bat for the Pirates, number 1, Michael Price.
Michael Price, 2 for 2 in this game. 3 for 7 in the doubleheader. And he has an RBI opportunity here with Justin Wilson on at second. Marchese's first pitch to him is a strike. The 0-1 pitch to Price, and that is lifted foul down the left side. And that makes the count 0-2.
We're just breaking everything today.
It's one of those days.
Wilson leads away from second. Marchese from the stretch, and the 0-2 pitch to Price is called strike 3. And Price is out on strikes.
Do you put RK for reverse K? Or does it matter? KL. Oh.
And with 2 down now, Josh Wilson is at the plate.
Up the bat for the Pirates, number 5, Josh Wilson.
Wilson 0 for 2. He does, or 0 for 1, excuse me, as a sacrifice fly. He has also been caught looking. And the first pitch to him from Marchese is high for ball 1. Wilson was at the plate in the third with the bases full. Marchese got him looking. Pirates were able to bring home all those runners. However, to tie it up, runner goes on the pitch. Throw down to third will not be made, and Wilson will steal third without a throw. And he is 90 feet away from giving the Pirates their first lead of the weekend.
Of the whole weekend.
The pitch was a ball, so it's a 2-0 count on Josh Wilson trying to drive in his brother Justin. And the 2-0 pitch is right over the plate for a strike, making it 2-1. Two-one pitch. That's a strike at the knees. And it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Marchese swung on and missed, strike 3, and that ends the inning. The Pirates get a double, but can't bring Wilson around to score. We are through 5 here at Pirate Field. It's 4-4 between the Pirates and the Screaming Eagles. First pitch swinging for Southern Indiana's Kyle Rowley. He fouls it off down the right side for strike one. Rowley doubled in 3 runs in the first, struck out in the third. Check swinger is a ground ball to the pitcher, Roby. Roby will underhand it to Chris Sitrauer for the first out of the 6th inning.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 25, Craig Hines.
That brings up Craig Hines, the designated hitter, 1 for 2, singled in his last at bat. First pitch to him is low for ball 1. And the breaking ball is a strike, and that makes it 1-1. Swing and a miss by Hines, and it's now 1-2. Roby working quickly. Pitch in the dirt, though, that bounces in front of the plate for a ball, and that makes it 2-2.
Exactly $19, I told you.
2-2 pitch, grounded, too short. Sutton up with it, throws on to first, and there's 2 away. Two down now for the third baseman, Ben Griggs.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 4, Ben Griggs.
Griggs reached on a walk in the second and executed a successful sacrifice in the fourth. So he is 0 for 0 officially. First pitch to him from Roby is low for ball 1. Fastball right over the plate for a strike. That makes the count 1-1. Change up, that's letter high for a strike. And it's 1-2.
I like the sugar better than the chocolate.
Breaking ball, that is low for a ball. And it's 2-2.
Keep in the sun, it'll be warm.
I know. The icing's more.
Fastball called strike 3, and 3 up, 3 down go the Screaming Eagles in the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning, still tied at 4. Alex Weish, Drew Walker, and John Roberts set to face Dan Marchese in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pirates and Screaming Eagles all tied at 4. Southern Indiana scored 4 in the first as there's a ground ball to short. Rosario up with it quickly, throws on to first, and there's one away.
One pitch, one out.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 31, Drew Walker.
They really should make it that easy for him.
That brings up Walker. The Pirates scored 1 run in the first and 3 in the third, and that's where we stand here in the bottom of the 6th. All knotted up at 4 apiece. Walker's looking for his first hit of this game. He was 2 for 5 in our first game. And Marchese starts Walker off with a strike. And it's 0-1. Walker flew out to center his last time up. He has also grounded out to second. Swings and hits one high in the air to right, chasing it and making the catch in right field is Caleb Emke. He had to run a long way to catch up to it, but he ran it down on the warning track, and there's 2 down.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 24, John Roberts.
That brings up John Roberts, who has struck out twice against Marchese today. Marchese has now struck out 9 in this game. He hits a first pitch into center field. Going back and making the grab is Blinn, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down go the Pirates. We head to the top of the 7th. 4-4 our score.
Leading off for the Screaming Eagles, number 3, Wandy Rosario.
Wandy Rosario leads things off for Southern Indiana. We're in the top of the 7th inning. All knotted up at 4 apiece. Brian Roby on the hill in relief of Jordan Rawlick. First pitch swinging. He hits a drive to right center field, and that's going to fall into the gap. Rosario into second base with a lead-off double here in the top of the 7th.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 28, Brad Vance.
That brings up Brad Vance, the second baseman, 0 for 3 in this game. That is the first Southern Indiana hit since the leadoff batter of the 4th inning and only the 4th hit of the game for the Screaming Eagles, but 3 of those 4 hits have been doubles. Vance steps in, the corners are in, and a throw to second. But Rosario is back safely. Rosario has a couple of steals this weekend. The Screaming Eagles look like they want to move him, whether it be via a sacrifice or possibly a steal. Pitch is in the dirt. Vance shortened a bunt, but recognized it was going low, so he pulled the bat back, and it's a 1-0 count.
Daytona's being red flag for a pothole. Holy crap.
Is that true?
That's what it says on ESPN.com.
The Daytona 500 red flagged for a pothole.
78 laps left.
Florida DOT needs to get on that.
It should be done in 2 weeks though.
Exactly.
That is interesting. 1-1 count on Vance as he works against Roby. Runner on second, nobody out, top of the 7th inning. He shortens the bunt, does Vance, and he bunts it down the third base line. That is a great bunt. Wilson's only play is to first, but Vance executes the successful sacrifice, moving Rosario to third base.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles.
And it brings
Number
up
9,
Tyler Choate,
Choate.
who is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk.
Jimmy Johnson is 37.
Oh well, there goes my pick.
How do you fill a pothole that quickly? I mean, what do you use, quick dry cement?
I guess.
Sand. It is Florida.
0-1 count on Choate as Choate takes a strike. Now a breaking ball is swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Roberts, and it's 0-2.
You put orange cones and barrels around it. They can't drive over it.
See if he'll put together the torch light.
I finally saw what you
And
were
the
talking
0-2 pitch from Roby, fastball, that's outside for a ball,
about. I saw it.
It's hilarious.
and it's 1-2.
Only in
They're all
Vancouver.
standing there.
Between turns 1 and 2.
Do what?
Between turns 1 and 2.
Another breaking ball from Roby, but this one stays high and makes it 2-2.
I bet Fox is livid right now.
The track was last paved in 1978. It's going to be repaved next year.
78.
The 2-2 delivery is underneath Wilson and into left field. That is a base hit for Choate, and Southern Indiana retakes the lead. It is 5-4 on the 1-out RBI single by first baseman Tyler Choate.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles. Number 24, Caleb Emke.
Second RBI of the game for Choate, and Caleb Emke steps to the plate. Emke is 0 for 2 in this game. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning. He swings and hits a line drive into left field. That's a base hit. So back-to-back hits by Choate and
Up to bat for the
Emke.
Screaming Eagles. Number 35, Justin Flynn.
That brings up Justin Blinn, the center fielder, who's 0 for 3 in this game. 6 hits now for Southern Indiana, 3 in this inning. As Roby's first pitch is popped behind the bag, that's going to fall at center field for a base hit. They get the throw into second, but back-to-back-to-back singles, and the bases are now loaded for Adam Enright.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles. Number 17, Adam Enright.
Actually, we are going to have, it looks like, a pinch hitter for
Pinch hitting, number 16.
Southern Indiana. Dylan Mooney, the game one catcher, will pinch hit for Enright. Mooney had the big blow in game number one for Southern Indiana with an RBI double. He takes a strike here. And it's 0-1. Pirates would like a ground ball here to get out of the inning, maybe with a double play. As that pitch is down and away, Roby cruised through 3 innings of work before he's run into trouble here in his 4th inning. The 1-1 pitch is a strike, and it's 1-2. Roby threw 3 innings of one-hit shutout ball before beginning the 7th with the double to Rosario. A sacrifice moved Rosario to third, but then back-to-back-to-back singles by the Screaming Eagles have loaded him up as the 1-2 pitch is outside for a ball, making it 2-2. 1 run in the inning. It's 5-4 Southern Indiana. And the next pitch is high, so the count is full on the pinch hitter, Dylan Mooney.
He's in the military. He has
No, they're making special.
The 3-2 pitch from Roby is ball 4, and Roby walks in a run.
For his unit.
How many innings has Roby been in? 4.
They're engraving Vipers on the side of an M4, so he wants one. That's his unit name, is the Vipers.
And that will bring up the catcher, Kyle Rowley.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 21, Kyle Rowley.
Rowley cleared the bases in the 1st inning with a double. He takes a pitch low and outside here for ball 1. Top of the 7th.
Huh?
2 runs in
It's
for Southern Indiana. It is 6-4 Screaming Eagles. Fastball right over the plate for a strike. And it's 1-1.
He just texted you?
we're talking on Yahoo Messenger.
What
It's
time
his
is it?
day off.
What time is it over there?
Probably it's 4:20, so about 2 a.m.
10 hours?
10 and a half.
It's the start of his day or the end?
The 1-1 pitch
Um,
in the dirt for a ball.
9 p.m.
And it's
to
2-1.
9 It's kind of the middle of his day.
But he's technically off today.
But he likes to keep the same,
Schedule.
yeah.
So
Be
he's
awake
up-
at the same
So
time.
he's up in the middle of the night
Yeah.
and half games game.
Yeah.
He's a pilot, right?
Yep.
So he
2-1
just
pitch,
flies.
and that's fouled off by Rowley.
So he only just flies for 12 hours.
No.
And that makes the
That-
count 2-2.
that's typically about 4 to 5 hours. He's a battle captain the rest of the time. Huh?
What kind of a pilot is he?
Apache.
Oh, he's a helicopter pilot. Nice.
He is now. He used to be an airplane pilot.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Brian Aroby
That's what he was Apache.
delivers a breaking ball. It's called strike 3,
That's final meningitis still used to let him do it.
and that's a big second out.
Brown.
Brown?
Yeah. He wanted to like this time 2 years ago, but he got spinal meningitis. They won't let him.
Why?
I don't know.
And the Pirates are now 1 out away from getting out of the inning
Also according to Sean, so
Yeah.
as Craig Hines, the designated hitter, steps to the plate.
25, Craig Hines.
Hines has a single. He has also grounded out to short twice.
That would be probably the number one reason he can't be a pilot.
you have to have perfect vision.
You have to have pretty much. It's not perfect, but it's got to be pretty close to perfect.
He swings and it's a ground ball foul down the third base side for strike 1.
Doesn't have to be without any sort of
Corrective lenses.
I didn't know that.
Or it has to be within the pay for eye surgery, but you have to have it before you can be a pilot.
First, you have to pass everything else before they give you the eye surgery.
Breaking ball by Roby. That drops in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
So they're just passing out eye surgeries for people.
No, yeah, you have to qualify to be a pilot first. You have to take the MCAT and everything, which is the
Like the medical MCATs.
there's the medical test you have to take and the
Fastball from Roby. That's a little low, taken for a ball.
if you're smart enough test, whatever that one's called.
Some kind of aptitude test.
Yeah.
Again, bases full of
I can never remember.
Screaming Eagles. 2 runs in the top of the 7th. Southern Indiana leads 6-4. Breaking ball popped up. Foul territory. Justin Wilson underneath it. He will make the grab, and that retires the side. But Southern Indiana plates 2. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the 7th inning stretch. Stand up where we are. Pirates trail by 2. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. We move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Southern Indiana leads Armstrong Atlantic 6-4. These changes for Southern Indiana. Michael Hewling is now into the game to play center field. He comes in Kyle Rowley's spot as Dylan Mooney stays into the game to catch. Ground ball to short. Rosario hustles the throw and gets Zitrauer on the ground out to short for out number 1. Justin Blinn, who was in center field, moves over to left field. That brings up Jake Sutton, the shortstop.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 7, Jake Sutton.
He's trying to take off somebody's head.
Sutton 0 for 2 in this game. Struck out his last time up. Checks his swing, and the ball hits off the bat for strike one. Six runs on 7 hits for Southern Indiana. 4 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for Armstrong Atlantic. As there's a ground ball to third. Griggs up with it, throws on to first, and there's 2 away. Since giving up the double to Wilson,
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 8.
Marchese has now
Scott.
set down 7 straight, and Cameron Scott steps to the plate. He is 1 for 2 in this game. A single and a strikeout. Swings and lines one into right field. That is a base hit for Scott, his second hit of the game. And it brings up Justin Wilson.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 18, Justin Wilson.
It's been a day of firsts for Justin Wilson. Got his first collegiate hit in the first game. Got his first collegiate extra base hit in his last at-bat.
Get his first collegiate home run today.
Marchese checks the runner at first and delivers a pitch, and that is lifted into very shallow left field on the run, and that is going to fall for a fair ball. Wilson will end up at second. Scott is at third. That one just hit fair down the third base line, and Justin Wilson has his second double in as many at-bats.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 1, Michael Price.
And now Michael Price has a chance to possibly tie the ball game with 2 on in scoring position, but 2 out in the inning. Price is 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles. And we're going to get a visit to the mound from head coach Tracy Archuleta of Southern Indiana. And we will step away and come back. You're listening to and watching Armstrong Atlantic State Pirate Baseball. Dan Marchese will stay in to face Michael Price with runners at second and third, 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Marchese's first pitch to Price is in the dirt for ball 1. The reigning Peach Belt Conference Player of the Week looking to tie this ball game up for the second time. Southern Indiana scored 2 in the top of the 7th. We're in the bottom of the 7th. In a 6-4 ball game. Ground ball to second. Vance will take it on one bounce and throw on to first, and that retires the side the Pirates threaten, but Southern Indiana escapes. We head to the top of the 8th. It is 6-4, Screaming Eagles. move to the top of the 8th inning. Armstrong Atlantic in Southern Indiana. 6-4 is your score. Southern Indiana leads. And the Pirates have made the move to the bullpen. Trent Landa, the junior lefty, transfer from Florida Gulf Coast, Jacksonville native, will come into the ball game. Relieving Brian Roby. Roby pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, struck out 5, threw 3 shutout, but ran into trouble in the 7th as Southern Indiana played a 2 to take the 6-4 lead. Landa's first pitch to the third baseman Ben Griggs is a strike. And it's 0-1. This is Landa's second appearance of the season. Griggs takes a pitch low for ball 1. He pitched 1 inning against Salem International last weekend, gave up 2 walks but struck out 2 in the third game of the series. The 2-1 pitch is a strike on the inside part of the plate, and it's 2-2. Again, the Pirates will be next in action on Friday. Our next webcast action comes your way Tuesday, weather permitting, as the Armstrong Atlantic State softball team hosts crosstown rival Savannah State at 1 p.m. over at the AASU softball field. The 2-2 pitch from Landa, or 3-2 pitch is high, and it's ball 4. Landa walks Griggs to begin the 8th inning.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 3, Wandy Rosario.
That brings up Wandy Rosario. Doubled in his last at-bat, 1 for 3 in this game. 2 for 8 in the doubleheader with a double and a home run. Landa delivers to the plate. It's bunted to the pitcher, and Landa cannot field it. And that'll be an infield single for Rosario, and the Screaming Eagles have 2 on with nobody out for Brad Vance.
Up to bat for the Screaming.
Brad Vance steps in. He executed his sacrifices last time up, but he takes a pitch high here from Landa for ball 1.
They have no outs.
0 for 3 in today's second game for Vance. Now he shows bunt. And Landa delivers to the plate. It's popped up to third. Wilson will let it roll. It hits off of Wilson.
Is that an error?
I don't know what that is.
And that is going to be safe all around. Wilson didn't judge it correctly, so an error by Wilson allows everyone to be safe. As the 4th error of the game on the Pirates, and again it loads the bases here with nobody out for Tyler Choate, who can really put this one away as he bats with the bases full and nobody out. First pitch to him is high and inside for ball 1. And the next pitch from Landa is outside for ball 2.
Didn't they think about the sun placement when they built this and should have built it over there?
Cat. TIA.
The 2-0 pitch from Landa, that drops in for a strike, and it's 2-1.
That's Armstrong?
This is Armstrong. Same thing.
Briggs on at third, Rosario on at second, Vance on at first. The pitch from Landa drops low, and it's 3-1 now to Choate. The 3-1 pitch is a strike at the knees, and that's 3-2. Choate thought he had ball 4.
He certainly did, and he took his glove off. Put it back on.
So the payoff pitch from Landa to Choate is hit foul down the third base side.
The heat is making me very sleepy. Feels like I'm in my bed underneath my heated blanket. Other than the whole bright sunny thing.
USC Aiken has defeated Lynn as there's a ground ball to second. Throw on to first. It is a 4-3 double play.
Is it?
But it does bring home a run. Sutton applied the tag to the runner from first to second and then threw on to first to complete the double play.
After that,
And now there's a runner at third.
Caleb Imke.
But now 2 out in the inning for Caleb Emke. The score is now 7-4. Southern Indiana with Emke at the plate. He singled his last at bat. He is 1 for 3 in this game. And the next pitch from Landa is high for a ball, making it 2-0. Top of the 8th, Southern Indiana has pushed across another run. The 2-0 pitch, grounded foul down the first base side.
I was barely.
And that's 2-1. It actually looked like it passed over part of the first base bag.
Yeah, it did. Barely foul.
But a foul ball nonetheless, and it makes the count 2-1. Two-one changeup, swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. 'New baseball. Landa asks for and will receive a new baseball. Montevallo has completed the sweep over Northwest Missouri State, taking game 2 7-2 after winning game 1 15-5.
Baseball, 15-5.
The 2-2 pitch from Landa is outside, and the count is now full. The 3-2 pitch is high, and Emke draws the walk. And that puts runners at the corners for Blinn, the left fielder.
After that, the Screaming Eagles, number 35, Justin Blinn.
Trent Landa delivers a first pitch strike to Blinn, who is 1 for 4 in this game. Blinn has also reached on an error, so he's been on base twice in this game. Swinging a ground ball to short. Sutton will underhand it to Scott, and that will retire the side. Southern Indiana tacks on a run. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 7-4 Southern Indiana.
Leading off for the Pirates, number 5, Josh Wilson.
Chad Jackson back with
Now
you
pitching
here
for the
at
Screaming
Pirate
Eagles,
Field.
Number 19, Mark Walther.
Josh Wilson to face the new pitcher for Southern Indiana, Mark Walther, as he comes in relief of Dan Marchese and delivers a first pitch outside for ball 1. Marchese threw 7 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, struck out 9. And he's in line to win this one if the score holds. Walther, a 6'4 junior from Kankakee, Illinois. Or Kankakee. Kankakee. The 1-1 pitch to Wilson is inside for a ball. Walther is a transfer from Parkland. And he's making his first appearance of the season. 2-1 pitch to Wilson, swung on and missed. And it's 2-2. Wilson is 0 for 2 with an RBI. Had a sacrifice fly in the first inning. Swings and misses, and he's now struck out 3 times in this game. And that's the first out of the inning.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 3, Alex Weish.
That brings up Alex Weish, who was 1 for 3 in this game. He drove in a pair of runs in the 3rd inning with a single. And the first pitch to him is at the knees for strike 1. Next pitch is a strike, and Walther is ahead of Weish, 0-2. And called strike 3. Weish checked his swing, but it didn't matter, as Walther has come into the game and struck out Wilson and Weish back to back. And that brings up Drew Walker.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 31, Drew Walker.
It's gonna cost $20 million to repay.
Well, they haven't done it in 30 years.
Walker 0 for 3. He's flied out twice and grounded out once.
First time I paid it, it cost 10 grand. Now it costs 20 grand.
Because they waited too long to do it again.
And then pitch hits him. So Walker is hit by the pitch of Mark Walther.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 24, John Roberts.
And it brings up John Roberts. He is hitless in this game. 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts.
Seems to be a pattern. Pattern here, Ron.
All the production for the Pirates coming from the top and bottom of the order. As there's a strike to Roberts. The 4, 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the order for Armstrong. 0 for 12 in this game. The 0-1 delivery from Walther to Roberts is inside for a ball.
Vincenson's in the air? Vincent?
Big swing and a miss from Roberts. And it's now 1-2.
And goodbye.
Swinging a fly ball into left field, and that will fall in front of Blinn for a base hit. And that will bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Chris Zitrower.
For the Pirates, number 23, Chris Zitrower.
Zitrower is 0 for 2 since coming into the game for the injured Austin Thomas. A strikeout and a ground out.
2 outs. Are there 2 outs?
Yeah, it's 2 outs. 2 outs.
She got
Drew Walker on at second, John Roberts on at first. Zitrower, the redshirt freshman from Guyton, in an RBI spot here. First pitch is knee high for a strike from Walther, and it's 0-1. And the next pitch, also a strike. And Zitrower falls behind in the count, 0-2. And the pitch is behind Roberts. Roberts moved ahead, or Zitrower, excuse me, Zitrower got out of the way, as that one was in the left side batter's box. And the count is now 1-2. And then the next pitch is way outside. Mooney did a nice job just stabbing it.
happy medium.
And it's now 2-2.
He's not the happy or the medium type. Hadn't you noticed?
We're playing Army baseball right now. Left, right, left, right.
The 2-2 pitch line down the left field line. That is a fair ball. 1 run will score. Rounding third and heading home is Roberts, and he is safe at the plate. So Zitrower drives in a pair, and it's a 1-run ball game.
You missed the tag.
So Zitrower comes up with the big 2-run double. It is now 7-6. And Zitrower represents the tying run. He is on at second base for Jake Sutton.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 7, Jake Sutton.
And Sutton is 0 for 3. Mooney takes the walk to the mound, not necessarily to talk things over with Walther, but to cool off a little bit. He was visibly upset with the call at the plate of Roberts being safe, and he kicked some dirt around to show his displeasure. But now he will settle in behind the plate as Jake Sutton steps in. Walther's first pitch to Sutton is right over the plate for strike one. 2 runs in for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 8th. It's a 7-6 ball game. The 0-1 pitch to Sutton. Big swing and a miss from the freshman shortstop, and it's 0-2. 0-2 pitch is hit into left center field. That is a base hit. Zittrauer will score, and we are all tied at 7 on the 2-strike single by Sutton. That will bring up Cameron Scott for the Pirates, but
Cameron Scott.
we will have a visit to the mound, and we have already made the move to the bullpen, so a new pitcher is going to come in for the Screaming Eagles as we are all tied at 7 here in the bottom of the 8th. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. You're listening to Armstrong Atlantic State Pirate Baseball. The new pitcher for Southern Indiana is Trevor Leach, making his 3rd appearance of the weekend.
Now pitching for the Screaming Eagles, number 15, Trevor Leach.
Leach threw 3 innings yesterday in the 8-5 win. He threw an inning in the Southern Indiana win earlier today, and he is out for the 3rd time today, or 3rd time this weekend. And he faces Cameron Scott with the go-ahead run at first in the form of Jake Sutton. Mark Walther went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs. He struck out the first 2 batters of the inning, hit Drew Walker, and then gave up a single, a double, and a single to the Pirates. And that's where we stand. Fastball lifted into shallow left field and foul territory. It will hit foul for strike 2. Sutton delivered the game-tying single on an 0-2 pitch from Walther. Now Sutton faces an 0-2 pitch from Leach. Swung on and hit into right field. That is a base hit. That is down the line. Rounding third is Sutton. He is coming around, and he is going to score without a throw. The throw to third is in time, and Scott is out at third. But the Pirates will take an 8-7 lead going into the top of the ninth inning. We'll come back with the top of the ninth here at Pirate Field. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field as Armstrong Atlantic leads for the first time this weekend, 8-7 on the RBI double by Cameron Scott. Scott was nailed at third on a perfect relay throw from Brad Vance to end the inning, but the Pirates lead it 8-7, and now Trent Landa has a chance to put the finishing touches on a win as he faces the catcher, Dylan Mooney. Mooney looks at a strike from Landa. Mooney getting his first at-bat of the game. He started game one of our doubleheader. Pitches a ball, and it's now 1-1. Mooney was 2 for 5 in that first game. The 1-1 pitch is a strike, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 delivery from Landa in the dirt for a ball, and it's 2-2. 8 runs, 11 hits, 4 errors for the Pirates, 7 runs, 8 hits for Southern Indiana. We are in the top of the ninth. Pirates trying to salvage a game of this 3-game series with the Screaming Eagles. Swinging a ground ball into right field, or left field, as a base hit for Mooney. And the tying run is on for Michael Hewling, the center fielder.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 8, Michael Hewling.
Hewling came in defensively for Southern Indiana in the bottom of the 7th. This is his first at-bat today. Shows bunt, takes the pitch high from Landa for ball 1. He was 1 for 3 yesterday with a 2-run home run in the 8-5 win over the Pirates. He shows bunt here. Landa delivers to the plate. It's bunted in front of the plate. Roberts will go to second, and it's not in time. Bad decision by John Roberts. He had no chance to get. Mooney at second, so there are now runners at first and second with nobody out for the designated hitter, Craig Hines.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 25, Craig Hines.
That's what you call a fielder's pitch.
Hines is 1 for 4.
That's what you call that catcher shouldn't be a fielder.
He singled in the 4th inning, has fouled out and grounded out twice.
There's someone throwing in the location.
Landa delivers to Hines, and it's a strike. The ball pops out of the glove of Roberts, but he tracks it down, and it's an 0-1 count. Brandon McCreary in the bullpen for Armstrong Atlantic. As Landa delivers to Hines, it's bunted to the first baseman. They'll go to third. That is in time, and they cut down the lead runner at third on the bunt attempt by Hines, and there's one away.
Up to bat for the Screaming Eagles, number 11, Wes Fink.
That brings up the pinch hitter for Southern Indiana, Wes Fink, who will pinch hit for Ben Griggs.
So whoever puts the lock button at the second.
Fink was 1 for 4. He had an RBI single in our first game today. He also reached base twice on an error, and he was also hit by a pitch. But with 1 out and 2 runners on, Pirates would love to spin a double play ball here and end the ball game. Fink trying to get the game tied, and head coach Joe Roberts out to the mound. We might see McCreary here. And the signal has been made, so in from the bullpen will come Brandon McCreary. We'll tell you about him when we come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. So Brandon McCreary into the game to face the pinch hitter Wes Fink. McCreary making his second appearance of the season last weekend. He threw one inning of one-hit ball, struck out one, did not give up a run against Salem International. He faces Fink with runners on first and second and one out here in the top of the ninth.
Is this supposed to be the closer?
First pitch to Fink is a strike, and it's 0-1.
In 08, yes.
The senior from Rincon, Georgia State transfer in his third season with the Pirates.
Played baseball.
Had 3 saves last year for Armstrong. Had 7 saves as a sophomore in 2008. Next pitch is letter high for a strike, and McCreary is ahead 0-2.
Played 6 years with rec baseball with Courtland Hendricks. Surprised what? It should be.
The 0-2 pitch from McCreary to Fink
Chris Richard dated my cousin.
is outside, and it's 1-2.
See, Chris Richard dated my cousin for 3 years. It should be in his bio too, but it's not.
Brittany?
Yeah. Yeah, Chris Richard and Brittany dated like 7th grade to like 10th grade. They dated a while.
The 1-2 pitch from McCreary. Grounded to third. And they're going to send the runner, and they've got the runner at third base hung up, and they make the play. It was a nice play by Sutton to prevent it from going into the outfield. The runner at third, Hewling, thought it was through, so he had made the turn. And Sutton flipped it to Justin Wilson, and Wilson applied the tag as Hewling tried to get back to the bag. That's the second out of the inning. Credit a hit for Fink, but as Hewling overran the bag, it's the second out of the inning.
Up to bat, the Screaming Eagles, number 3, Wandy Rosario.
And that brings up Rosario with runners at second and third, but now 2 out. Rosario is 2 for 4 in this game. He had a bunt single his last time up. McCreary's first pitch to him is letter high for a strike.
It's pure luck.
The shortstop was where he should have been.
Is that a base running error?
No. Oh, well. It was more the coach's fault to tell.
It's not an error. It's basically just a base running gap.
Sitting there, that's the thing.
0-1 count. Brandon McCreary to Wandy Rosario. And now John Roberts wants to head out to talk things over with McCreary here. Pirates 1 out away from getting the victory. Southern Indiana trying to push it to the bottom of the ninth. The 0-1 pitch from McCreary to Rosario is a strike, and it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch upcoming from McCreary to Rosario. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and the Pirates come from behind and take the 8-7 victory and salvage a game of this 3-game series with number 29 ranked Southern Indiana. Trent Landa is your winner. Walther takes the loss for Southern Indiana, and Brandon McCreary picks up his 11th career save as a Pirate. Fans, be sure to join us on Tuesday as Armstrong Atlantic softball takes center stage. The Pirates host Savannah State at 1 p.m. over at the ASU softball field. Chad Jackson saying good afternoon from Pirate Field. Pirates split a doubleheader with Southern Indiana. The Screaming Eagles take game 1 7-3, but Armstrong Atlantic wins game 2 8-7.